Welcome to Life is But a Dream. And can we, of course, open to the impermanence of it and notice when we experience life as a nightmare. It's funny how when we come up with something that's considered positive, often the polarity of that will immediately come up. Our mind will say, yes, but look what's happened politically. Look at all the war. And our needs are what motivates us, what keeps us creating the life we want, the world we want, is the dream. And knowing that we have to cultivate that dream. And in this moment, feeling it in our body. Right in the fog. So there's sort of a gold colored mist that is very dreamlike in my world right now. If you're dreaming of beauty and wonder and maybe with some sort of divine energy that's bigger than you, a life energy that actually can't control. We nourish with the power of envisioning that world and not being in denial. And then a friend of mine, beloved, and it's a good example of the, it envisioned a world, this is gonna choke me up, in that people that had relationships with the same sex as themselves were perfectly normal, perfectly acceptable. And this is a small town in America. So the first time I saw a couple that, was like affectionate, same sex couple affectionate, because I thought, oh my God, they're gonna find haters. They're gonna find people that don't accept him. And that wasn't the case. They created in that series a dream of a world that is perfectly normal for gay people to show as much public affection as people that are in opposite sex relationships. And it felt like a dream. It felt like the world I wanted to live in. And can you imagine the world that you want to live in? By the end of the series, there was a certain part of me that had healed, that could really see that this is a possibility. And I am a believer that we really do have to practice what we want. We have to nourish in our bodies the feeling of care for the world, care for people that think differently than us, that live differently than us, and care for parts of ourselves too that are marginalized and don't have access to as much power. Older people in the West do not have access to, particularly older women, are marginalized as far as systemic access to power. And you know, your feisty older grandmother, she's an exception. You know, she's very much connected with her power. I'm talking about as we get older, and men find it as well. And as we get older, we're not looked at in the same way as being able to contribute to work environments, as being attractive, as being smart. I notice when I ask questions, people talking to me like I'm five at times, you know, to strangers is like, oh, oh. And I want to imagine a world. I want to live this dream. So right now, in my body, I'm feeling my value as an older woman. So feel it right now in your body. What is your dream? Your dream might be your kids are going to be happy and be able to support themselves and be able to get themselves together is a judgment I had of my son. You need to get yourself together. And I needed to be comfortable with letting go of like, this is not my life to control. You know, people might judge me as saying that it is mine to try to control my kids, even adult kids. And it's not my job to control them as well. What I'm feeling is longing for acceptance, and it starts with accepting myself. So, what is it in your world that you can dream into? Widen your eyes, expand your possibilities of what's even possible. Wasn't the most articulate thing I've ever said, but I think you know what I mean. Expand the possibilities. Feel into a world that we're living the dream. And we're not excusing nightmarish behavior. We're walking between people that are being harmed, and we're putting our attention on the people that are being harmed and asking, what kind of support can I give to you right now? It may be just right now. And if you have internet access right now, there's a certain power that you have in the world that you can use to make a better world. I am nourishing this dream in myself. I am reaching out to my loved ones and saying, what is the in that? kids, your friends. And imagine that they have access to the same topic. He says, victimhood is not the way to enlightenment. That's a powerful thing to say. That is really acknowledging that our power is living the possibilities as if they are true. Because they are true. We keep on expanding the possibilities in ourselves. I wish you could see this amazing scene in front of me right now. We share it with our loved ones. We share the dream with people that are neutral people, like in the coffee shop this morning. Like, wow, the gift that you got up early enough to make me coffee. That I have enough resources, or the person that bought me coffee has enough resources. They can pull out their card and spend a small fortune. The world, the power, the beauty, the love, the transformation we can create by envisioning this world as if our dreams were true. And we can extend that out to all beings in the world. Live your dreams as if it's true. Acknowledging your nightmares. Thank you for